editor-in-chief of Gifts and Decorative Accessories, live at Las Vegas Market. We're here today with Dorothy Belshaw, Executive Vice President, Chief Marketing and Digital Officer of International Market Centers.
That's a mouthful.
I know, I was thinking that same thing. Dorothy, thank you so much for joining us today.
Sure.
So we had our Lean In and Lift Up event recently here, and you were one of the mentors that we highlighted there.
Yep.
First of all, how did the event go? Did you like it? What was your sort of takeaway from the event?
It was an amazing evening. I think for me, the big takeaway was the incredible breadth and diversity and kind of quiet power of a lot of the women, present company excluded, a lot of the women that were honored. I was really proud to be among them. I think their stories were also different. You know, many of them learned from their mothers, others learned from their supervisors, some learned from people that they reported to or worked with side by side, and some of them felt that they were learning things from some of the folks on their team that they managed, which is really how it should work, but it was great to hear that articulated. I think also the reaction in the room and the response rate, I mean, there were several hundred people, I think almost 300 in the room, and everybody really remained engaged throughout the course of the evening.
Yeah,
and
it was awesome.
The stories were really compelling, really exciting.
You have mentioned sort of how you've learned to negotiate a contract, which is a skill that females tend to struggle with. So is there any advice that you can give us?
Yes, I mean, I learned by making many, many mistakes. The first 20 years of my career were spent in the pure trade show industry, and a trade show booth sale is you're selling access to an audience, but it's a little bit more transactional because it's happening every 6 months. But a long-term lease is a major investment for a manufacturer or a multi-line sales agency. Generally, it's going to be a 5-year term. They're going to make a pretty significant capital investment in refinishing the space and creating merchandising, so it's a big decision. And I think what I learned over the years is that the negotiation is not like haggling in a bazaar, right? It's really more understanding what the customer needs, and making sure that their needs match what the market can deliver. So it's really not, it's not real estate. You're not leasing that particular showroom. You're leasing access to an audience, to a channel of distribution. And it's really important in that negotiation to understand what matters to that particular prospect. And so the negotiation is a little bit of a dance, but it's more about arriving at a common goal and agreeing that what you're delivering is what they're trying to gain. And after that, the money kind of comes along. It kind of flows. But it takes a little while to figure that out. You got to get a few wrong, which I certainly did. And
I think that's kind of advice you can apply to a lot of different things as you're trying to propel yourself, is to learn from your mistakes and keep trying. And last night you mentioned being fearless, which I love.
That's very important. Courage is critical in, I think, in most anything you do. But if you want to make a difference and you want to not just keep doing the same thing over and over, you've always got to be courageous enough to fail, and you will fail. But you will learn as much from failing as you do from succeeding. So courage is important.
Well, there you go. A little piece of advice from Dorothy Belshaw herself. Thank you so much, Dorothy,
Thank you,
for
Lenise.
joining us. Thank you, guys.